back to another episode of Fox Sports Lab NRL. Round 19 is upon us. We are getting to the pointy end of the season. Josh Morris is alongside me. Josh, a big hello to you from Blues Camp.
Yes, I'm in the Blue Mountains. My wife has coincidentally booked a little vacation with the family, and the Blues are up here. So saw a couple of the boys. It looks like they're pretty serious. They're focused on Game 3, which is a good thing.
Absolutely. We love to hear that. And we will do an Origin preview next Monday ahead of the decider. But let's focus on Clubland footy. Round 19 kicks off. The Dolphins $1.55 taking on the Rabbitohs $2.40. The form that the Rabbitohs have been in, is this a bit of a surprise?
Yeah, I looked at that match and thought those odds were well overs for the Rabbits. I mean, they've won 5 in a row. I think they've been outstanding. Obviously, Latrell is out for a month with that foot injury, missed Origin, but the good news is he probably doesn't need surgery. For the Dolphins, though, they're obviously missing the hammer through Origin and Felice Kafusi. Jack Bostock, he's back from HIA, and Sean O'Sullivan comes back onto the bench. He hasn't been cited much this year. For the Bunnies, obviously no Latrell. Jai Gray comes in at fullback, and we've seen what a live wire he can be. Michael Cheekham's in the back row, and Liam LeBlanc comes onto the bench. Look, I really like what the Bunnies are doing. They've played a simple style of football, but they've found some really good form. And it's, obviously Benny Hornby has told them to keep it simple and go and play some footy at the same time. But I really like Jack Whiten in the halves. I think that's kind of what sparked it. I think him getting into the halves, he has a big long kick. They've been able to use that to their advantage. And I just like the way they're playing. For the Dolphins, I think the Origin and the injuries are starting to play their toll. Jeremy Marshall-King is out now, so Max Plath, who normally played in that lock position, will now have to play in hooker. So I think that takes away from him a little bit. And in terms of stats, the Dolphins, they've lost 4 of their last 5 as a favourite, but South have lost 4 of their last 5 interstate. So it's a hard one to read, and you get these games during Origin, but I just like what the Rabbits are doing, so I'm tipping the Rabbits in an upset in that one.
Upset, there you go, at $2.40. Up next, we've got the Sharks, $1.43. Tigers, $2.82. The big news, obviously, this week, no Nico Hines for the Sharks. He's going to be out for at least 8 weeks with that the broken bone in his body, also, too, a bit of the syndesmosis. So that's a big blow for them, but they're still the short favourites here.
Yeah, that's a huge loss for the Sharkies, and not good timing. Obviously, he hasn't had the best probably month of football, and it's coincided with the Sharks having a bit of a mid-season slump there. So obviously he's out. Dan Atkinson goes into the halves. Sione Kitoa returns from HIA protocols, and Jesse Colquhoun and Hamlin Welly come back onto the bench. Sifa Talakai suspended for that shot on Zia Verrills. Look, their starts have been very, very poor, the Sharkies, and it's something that Craig Fitzgibbon has talked about, but they still haven't been able to rectify it. I think they will this week. I think the Tigers, look, they were brave against the Storm at Leichhardt, but it is very hard to get up for that game and then to back it up to a side that's in a bit of a form slump. So, look, I think Cronulla, I think they'll step up in Nico's absence. I think everyone will lift, and as a result, the Sharks will post their win. And if you're looking for a try scorer, I'd probably suggest Ronaldo Mulatalo there. He's got 16 tries in his last 20 games at home. So I think they're going to start fast this week, the Sharkies, and they're going to have a good victory.
Yeah, I think that would be a safe bet on Ronaldo Mulatalo. Up next, we've got the Titans, $1.46. The Eels, $2.70. We know what's happening with the Eels. They've got no Mitch Moses. He's back in Origin camp. Titans, they're on a little bit of a confidence run at the moment. Momentum is up.
I really love what the Titans are doing. It's almost like they really have bought into what Desi's about, and how he coaches. They've finally worked out his style and how they want to play as a team. And Kieran Foran has been outstanding for them. He's just re-signed for another year. The old it's good to see Foz re-signed for that one. But obviously they had that great win against the Sharkies in Coffs Harbour. Jaden Campbell comes back into the side. Brimson is 18th man, so he may look to come back. They've got Philip Sammy on the bench there as well. But for the Eels, they obviously had their loss to the Rabbits, and we see Lorenzo Mulatalo make his debut, the twin brother of Ronaldo. So I spent a bit of time with both of them at the Sharkies, and I'm really looking forward to his debut. He's similar to Ronaldo. He likes to get in and do those tough carries. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how he'll go. But Para have lost their last 7 away, and I just think the way that the Titans are playing at the moment, I think they're the winners this week. But if you're looking for try scorers, Blaise Talungi, he's playing in the centres this week. He's got a try in his last 7 games. And Khan Pereira, he loves scoring tries at home. He's got a try in his last 4 at home. So a couple of try scorers there, but I think the Titans get the job in that one.
Also, obviously, a big week with Eels signing on their new coach. Perhaps this could not reinvigorate, but perhaps give them some confidence heading into this. So it could come down to the wire. Up next, Broncos, $1.46. Dragons, $2.65. The Dragons, they were in it against the Roosters, but fell away. The Broncos, too, they're looking for, obviously, to get a win on the board, but also, too, they're going to be missing some origin plays, which is crucial.
Yeah, both sides are obviously missing some origin stars. And we saw the Dragons last time they did that. I think they went to Newcastle and got a really good victory there. For the Broncos, look, there were some good signs last week against Penrith. They went down to them, but they just need to win. They just need to find a way to win. I think Tony Staggs coming back into the side is good for them. Saylor is back into the side. Josh Rogers, I really liked him at halves when he got his chance. I thought he was really calm and collected, similar to what Adam Reynolds is, and he's got an older head. Hopefully he'll be able to steer them around. Jordan Ricky comes back into the side as well there. And for the Dragons, no Lomax, obviously. Ravalawa comes back in onto the wing. He's been missing for quite a bit. Raymond Fatala of Mariners in the back row, and Hame Sele goes back to the bench. Look, the Saints don't have a good interstate record at the moment. They've lost 14 of the last 15. I just think the Broncos, they get the job done here and get back into the winner's circle, and they need to start winning if they want to play finals football.
Yeah, absolutely. This time last year, they were way up the top of the table, so they'll be looking to try and climb that up over the next couple of weeks. We'll round out round 19. Seagulls, $1.40. Knights, $2.90. Obviously, the Seagulls have got Tommy Trbojevic there, which is a big boost during an origin period. But the Knights, they almost lost it to the Canberra Raiders, but they also will be missing some of their big plays. Ponga 1 week after his return.
Yeah, that's it. They lose probably their 2 best players of that game, and Dane Gagai and Townsville, obviously. And Manly, they get to keep Tommy. He's playing fullback this week. I thought he struggled a little bit during the week against the Cowboys. It was quite warm up there, and it's probably one of the tougher places to come back from injury. So I'll give him a pass mark there, but I'm really looking forward to him lifting his side this week. We see Jamie Humphrey, and Clayton Fualalo both debut for the Manly side. They're playing at home. Lehigh Hopewadi comes back into the side on the wing. And then you look at the Knight side, it's completely different backline. They've got Fletcher Sharp at fullback, Mapapalangi on the wing, and they've got Lucas and Kant in the centres. So, I think there's too many changes in that Knight side, and I think Manly at home, I think Tommy Turbo will inspire them to a victory there. So I'm tipping Manly in that one.
I've also heard really big things about Jamie Humphries as he's come through the pathways there at Manly, so keep an eye on him. Josh Morris, thanks so much for your time as always. A bit of a shorter week this week, but next week it'll be Origin and then obviously back into round 20, as I said at the beginning, getting the pointy end. Thanks so much.
No worries. Thanks, Eloise.
What's gambling really costing you? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.